Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you.
My people, Happy New Year. Femi Adesina has started again, telling Nigerians that they should minimize the wailing. Buhari is doing well. This man, this Femi Adesina, you go, I don't want to sound very unprofessional, but this guy is one person who I feel is very oblivious, or because they chop money and not understand what they happen to people, and he has security around him, so he has not felt what is going on with the common man on the streets. You know, this guy, he speaks like he has no knowledge of what is happening in Nigeria, telling Nigerians that they should stop criticizing Buhari, they should stop the wailing in 2021. That's all he can say. These are the people ruling the government, so in case you don't know, because it's the one that speaks for Buhari. Buhari has no mouth for himself. He speaks to the south. Garuba Shehu speaks to the north. Lai Mohammed, like his name, Lai, speaks to the nations, internationally, and also to Nigerians. The special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, said the critics of President Muhammadu Buhari should reduce wailing in 2021 and hail the president's efforts. Adesina said this in an article titled 2021 Year of Clamp Down on Waileys and Those Who Talk Down on the President, which was published on Thursday. The presidential spokesman said he gave Buhari credit, the nickname Wailers, because they were fond of criticizing him, even to the point of when he has done something really good. He noted that the president critics had proudly accepted the nickname, while Buhari supporters are called hailers. Adesina added that 2021 will be a year of hard work in order to meet the infrastructural development deadline of 2022, and Nigerians should therefore criticize less and give the government more support. The presidential spokesman added, 2021 is the year of work, hard work, to deliver on the major projects by next year. It is then a year to continue. It's not a year then to continue wailing. No, it is not the year to, it is now the year to clamp down, a year of wailers, and to find them out of government and allow the government to concentrate and deliver on projects. Anybody who loves this country must resolve to give government as less distraction as possible this year. Yes, there are challenges: security, economy, improvement, quality of life, lack of jobs, inflation, and others. But is it the year to wail? No, we should rather hail, encourage the government to do better, and then stop endangering the government for thinking about your wailing instead of focusing on how to improve life for you. We are aiming at bettering the standard of living for Nigerians. Adesina said some critics fail to acknowledge Buhari's achievement, even when, for instance, they hop on the train inaugurated by his regime and enjoy the ride. He added, so what I'm saying, no criticism in 2021, no, but let it did not be a full-time vocation, as it's now been some people's main work to go ahead and criticize Muhammadu Buhari, a man sent by God, hardworking. But for the first time, people hop on the train and they feel safe. They've not talked about that. Please be calming down in 2021. You remember that young boy that said, Mommy, calm down? He's using the boy's words. So that government can function with less distraction. It is not the year to cave in with distraction, find unnecessary faults, and fill the lands with lamentation. The presidential aide despised 2020 and described it as a year full of bad eggs like the whalers, the COVID-19, the pandemic, and what happened to our economy. Rather than blame the government for the economic crash, hail him for the things he have done. Should we hail him for borrowing money that grandchildren will still be paying? Money he has borrowed that 3/4 of the money is in his pocket, or he has used to extend to Niger. Which one are you talking about, Adesina? Are you sure this man is okay? He ever boasted that in the midst of the unfavorable economy, the federal government didn't owe any salary or pension. Additional stated, but in the midst of the challenges, We continue to pay salaries. President Buhari gave charge to Ministry of Finance. Salaries and pension must be paid and nobody must be held. The funding of agriculture and infrastructure must not stop. How admirable is this man? Let us talk about the work he has done, made Nigeria better, rather than focusing on what has not been done. Stop criticizing. Those who want to loot in government are the ones using you. Realize this and stop criticizing this good man that God has given to the country. That is Femi Adesina. In case you don't know who we just talked about, it's Femi Adesina. Femi Adesina is a presidential spokesman for President Muhammadu Buhari, who speaks for Buhari and not for the country, and does not see in government. Yes, critics are good. They are very good. Why? They help you notice and see your blind spots. So what happened? You are able, if you are not a proud person who wants to give thought to what has been said, of course, you don't let it get into your head so much so that you are not able to perform or you become deflated. No, there is a balance. But the truth of the matter is, critics, they give you opportunity to see your blind spot. Your blind spot is those areas that you may not have concentrated or pay attention to. And so they pick it out and say, this area is neglected, this area is failing, this area is not working. So what does that do? You go back to the drawing board and you pick up those words and begin to what? Implement things that will bring about change in those areas. Guess what? A time will come as you begin to listen to critics and do your work, a time will come. There will be no more basis for them to be able to criticize you. So the critics are there so that if a government can truly get a minister, call analyze what's the word now, analyzer of the critics. Sorry, I'm just finding it hard, my tongue is twisting to pronounce the word, to be able to analyze what the critics are saying and provide solution. And if the government begin to implement those areas, guess what? That government, at the end of the day, by the time by the time they are leaving office or they are completing their first tenure, guess what? The country will be so transformed that the critics will be the one hailing. It's not for you to tell the people not to criticize. You can switch from being criticized to become what? Not being criticized and being hailed. It's called hard work. Leave us a comment. God bless you. Have a fantastic day. Happy New Year, by the way.